Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I am Brad Reed. This is
Cameo.
And if you checked out our Facebook page, he was Catio.
Yeah.
But we couldn't really go live tonight. We were having some issues.
I know.
It happens. But at least we're able to record now. At least we have the ability to record the video of the show. And that'll be up soon because, man, I ain't got nothing to do later. I might just stay up tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
Party. But we got a lot of stuff to talk to you about. We got a nerd update to talk to you about Spider-Man, the Batman movie, all of that. But before we get going, Cameo, anything cool been going on? Anything exciting? Did you go to the fair?
No, did not go to the fair.
I didn't go to the fair either.
What?
See, I didn't have to work at the fair this year. That's like,
oh yeah.
I think maybe the first year. So I was like, nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. Yeah,
I'm good.
You know, my wife and I and the kids are going to go down to Texas.
Yeah.
And go to that state fair.
Nice. That's a good one. That's a really good one. They got the corny dogs. It's different. It's a different. I don't know if it's just because it's a huge one or what, but it's a little different. So
yeah,
Are you gonna go for the OU Texas game?
No. Okay. I want to though. Maybe next year.
Those are fun.
Yeah.
Those are
I love
fun.
it. I remember the last time I was there. Jim Traber got they had fried macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And he got some thrown on him.
Oh no!
While during the show.
Oh
yeah.
I think I remember that. No,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you
remember
were still there.
that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
We were talking kind of earlier on just the our Facebook live stream, and I didn't realize that you used to produce a show that I used to do.
Yeah.
The Pure Rock 20.
Uh-huh.
Isn't that sad? I didn't even know who my producer was.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Well, it's because it wasn't really like you weren't producing it like if we were sitting in the room, the booth, and you were doing the board. And I was like, oh, I don't even remember that kid. And it was like you would run the board because I would pre-record it.
Yeah.
And then it would run on Sundays. And then you would be the guy in there making sure that it actually went over the air and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Signing in on the logs.
Oh, that fun.
Eating some cereal, watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
So what was your favorite part of my show? Like, what did you like the best about me?
When you weren't talking.
Commercials.
No. What I really liked was the
bunghole.
the comic relief at the very end. That was my favorite.
That was my favorite too. And I was in talks to bring it back. Not too long ago, and I'll just make peace with this. So I'll tell it now because I'm not bitter. But I was gonna bring it back, and it was the program director there was like, yes, let's do it. And so like one day I'm waiting to hear back, and one day I am looking at Twitter and there's a tweet, hey, tonight the Pure Rock 20 returns to the Cat with host Cameron Buckles. And I'm like, what? What happened?
Wait, whoa.
Yeah.
That's not me.
Yeah. So Cameron Buckles, I think he still does it for maybe, I think that was like a couple years ago now. So that was weird, but that's radio for you.
Yeah.
As you know. But I don't think he does the Pure Rock 20 comic relief. And sometimes I would throw in local comedians too, like James Nim. I think I even got my boy Rundus on there once. But so that was always my favorite, and tracking down. And I actually thought about adding like a Nerds to Men comic relief. And sometimes I'll hear one that like, I'm like, oh, that would be a good one. So maybe we'll add that to the show.
Let's do it.
All right. I just don't know if usually it's a short enough, small enough clip that I think we'd be okay. So,
yeah.
So yeah, we'll try to.
I think
maybe
we
start doing that.
Put some of our own music behind it. Maybe play.
Yeah. That'd be good. So,
just one joke.
I was also mentioning on the pre-show, and I'll mention it again for this one. In October, I'm going to put out some videos of ranking my favorite horror movies. I'm going to start off with 3 from Hell, the Rob Zombie movie. Mm-hmm. I went and saw it for the Fathom event the other day. It came out 3 nights, and I think for what that was, it did really well. And so they're going to bring it back, I think October, like maybe the 14th or something, the 11th. I'm not sure. You should look it up for sure, and don't take my word for it. But they are going to bring it back for another night. So if you didn't get to see it, then go see it. Although, and you'll get it, you'll hear it during my rankings. It wasn't my favorite Rob Zombie movie.
Oh, okay.
It might be close to the bottom, but that's because I really enjoyed a lot of his other movies.
Okay.
And so I'm going to rank them. And then I'll have another ranking of other different movies, horror movies themed around Halloween. Because, horror movies are my favorite.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But the weird thing about horror movies, it's like comic book movies. I'll go see any comic book movie, right?
Right.
Horror movies, I'm too picky. Like, I'm
Well,
like,
you like what you like.
Yeah. And maybe there's too much, but there's not enough really good horror movies, in my opinion. So
yeah, there's too many for me. So,
but I'm gonna rank them. I don't know if you're gonna be on the show for these because you're not really into horror movies. But if you want to come on and do it with me, I mean, you're more than welcome. But I know that you had some plans as well, as far as some videos you wanted to do where you were gonna, maybe was it toys or what?
Yeah, I might do some action figures. I got this in today. The Insomniac video game Spider-Man.
Oh, very
this
nice.
Came in today.
Very nice.
So pretty excited about that. Going to put it next to my PS4.
Yeah.
Because it is the Spider-Man version.
Very
PS4.
Nice.
So
yeah. Oh, that is, isn't it? Well, that was the cool thing about the PS4 game, was he had so many different costumes.
yeah.
That's awesome. That's dope.
Yeah, and I think I'm also going to do. I haven't done the first one yet. I was giving time. Or giving people time to read the new Spider-Man from J.J. Abrams and his son. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing a review of this and the whole series coming out. So get ready.
Did you finish the life story, or is it finished yet?
Yes, the life story is finished.
Okay, cool. What did it go all the way up to the aughts? The 00s?
Yep.
And that's it?
The 2010s.
See, is it so? Oh, okay, there's a 2010 too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, do you know when that one comes out in trade paperback?
No, I do not.
Well, good news for you, Cameo.
What?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends did come out in trade paperback.
Oh, sweet.
I got one in the mail, and in the comic book shop the other day, it came in. So
Sweet.
I have two. Now you got one. Yeah. So
Thank you, Brad.
if you're not following along, that one is awesome. It's the Urban Legends, which was a classic run, but it was in black and white. Now it's in color, and they never finished it. And so this one, I think, is maybe issues 1 through 12 or 13. And eventually they're going to finish that run, like with the ending that nobody knows what the ending's going to be.
Or do they?
But yeah. So, and then have you finished the Batman Who Laughs yet?
No, I have not. I need to finish it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm
you finished
almost done. Almost.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah, I saw you posting about it, and I was like, "Oh crap, we're gonna talk about it." And I was like, "Man, I'm not gonna be done with it."
well, we'll wait. We'll wait because I still want to finish it, before me and you actually sit down to talk about it.
Okay.
And I just haven't had a chance to finish it. The other day I got real close though. So, Batman Damned, the trade paperback, or no, well, this is the hardcover. It's out. This one's the sequel to like the Joker. There was a Joker one that I have around here somewhere, but and I don't, like I said, I don't think the reprint showed the Batawang, so that's this. But the reason I was pointing that one out is the Harleen comic came out the other day, and it's on the Black Label, and it's a sequel to I think it's kind of either a sequel or just the next. I don't know. I was wanting to say iteration, but I guess it really would make it the sequel. So it's the Black Label DC, and I haven't read this one yet, but I think that I read that this one's going to kind of go back and give us some more of like Harley and Joker backstory.
Oh, cool.
Origin story, stuff like that. So that one's out. It came out this week. You should go get it because, Batman Damned, the first one, of course, it was the one that was controversial. So, but it's sold out and it's hard to get now. Like you'd have to pay like $300 to get it. My buddy Kelso has been looking for one, and he's finding out because like that came out a year ago. Actually, when that came out, me and Kelso were on the air together doing our show.
Oh, okay.
And it came out, and I remember thinking that they'll hold me back one at the comic book shop, and they didn't because it was gone.
Yeah,
and they never reprinted another issue 1. So now it's out on the hardbook cover, but people are still looking for that, the first print, which is cool. And then also I picked this one up, Year of the Villain, the Riddler. And I heard that this one's a really good one. I haven't got a chance to read it yet, but we were talking about the Year of the Villain, and I think that's going to bring back the Batman Who Laughs. And I heard there's even there might be a run where it's the Shazam Who Laughs. And now I'm interested.
I'm interested too.
Me too. So
I'm pretty interested in that one.
We'll have to figure out what's going on with that and keep you all updated. So that's our comic book talk.
Yeah,
comic book talk.
That's
if we were I guess on the East Coast, that'd be the name of our show.
We talking
talk. All right, Cameo. You know what time it is?
Tool time.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Oh,
it's time for a nerd update.
Oh, okay.
So give it to me.
Time for a nerd update.
Ooh. Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like that one? Okay.
Yeah, that one was
Record
nice.
it. Put it in the can.
It's on wax, as they say. No one says that. But
not since the 50s.
We do, before we get into it, have you been watching any the Wu-Tang Saga on Netflix or Hulu? Did you know it was on there?
No.
Oh, it's it's
Is RZA in it?
Well, it's about them when they were young and starting out.
I did see something about that, and I totally forgot about it.
The guy who was in, what was the show that we loved, and I had to get the Red Pumas? The Get Down.
The Get Down, yeah.
The star of that, was he Grandmaster Flash?
Yeah.
No, he was being trained by Grandmaster.
Oh,
Flash.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That guy, and I can't remember his name because he's been in a lot of things since then. That kind of
Shamik Moore, I think.
Yes, he's in this too.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's not one of the main Wu-Tang guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
because I saw something that said
I don't think
that said ODB, and I was like, wait, he's dead, and I was like, oh, that's that show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so check that out.
All right.
I don't even know how we got onto that, but because of wax.
Yep.
Horrible.
Very horrible.
All right. So we do have nerd updates, though. And the first thing I wanted to talk to you about was Spider-Man.
What about it?
Well, okay. So you had some news the other day that Spider-Man that
Sony and Disney are in talks.
Yes.
Supposedly. I mean, this is all just rumors.
Right.
But supposedly Disney is wanting to buy Spider-Man right out.
Right.
And
which okay, before we get to that part of it, what is surprising me the most is honestly, I really thought this was all going to be over by now. You know what I mean? I really thought that there was a resolution, that they were just kind of at a standoff, but neither of them were wanting to, they would make this happen.
Yeah.
And I feel like what's going to happen is Fox is going to get, not Fox.
Disney?
Sony, yeah. I always forget. I want to throw Fox in there, but they already got bought by Disney.
Right.
So Sony, I think they're going to get their way.
They might.
I think that they're going to end up with Spider-Man again, honestly. And I think that's good for Sony, but, one of the things we didn't mention the last time we talked about this was basically the ending of Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
Left us with cliffhangers.
Right.
What happens with that?
I don't know, but Kevin Smith says it's going to suck.
Yeah.
He wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, because we might never get a resolution to this.
We might not.
So.
And especially, back to what they were talking about, buying it right out. Guess how much?
Man, I thought you told me it was in the millions.
No, in the billions.
The billions.
Not even in the ones. It's $10 billion.
$10 billion. Is that too much? Or, do you think that...
I think it would be worth it.
Yeah,
honestly, truthfully. So as a collective, as merchandise and movie, Spider-Man netted $2.4, $2.5 billion.
Right.
and 1.1 of that was from the movie.
Right.
So with the merchandise alone, if they wanted to, with the with both incomes, the
Sure.
movie and the merch, they would have made their money back within like 5 years.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, that sounds like a lot of money, but you're right. I mean, for Spider-Man, and also because Spider-Man is going to be the next phase. Like he's going to be the star of the next phase of the MCU.
Right.
There's going to be more, it's not just going to be Spider-Man, but I mean, Tony Stark is gone, Captain America is gone. I mean, that'll be Falcon, but
right.
But still,
yeah,
you could see it. You could see it coming. Spider-Man is the star of the next phase of the MCU. So if they have to go back now and say we have to go back to the drawing board, what do? We bring back the X-Men
right.
and Fantastic Four ASAP.
Right.
ASAP.
Yeah, and I'm happy with that.
But at the same time, I don't know, because I'm going to be kind of upset if we don't get more movies of him in the MCU. Can Sony say, okay, I guess they really couldn't, though. They couldn't say, okay, our next movie, we'll just pick up where they left off, because...
Yeah, you can't, because they can't mention anything Marvel, Disney related.
Right. Man,
which is stupid.
Okay, what I really think is going to happen, I think Sony's going to end up selling. I said that I think they're going to get what they want, but I think what they want is the money.
Yeah.
So give them enough money and they'll sell. But they have Venom. And I know they're just dying to make a Spider-Man Venom movie, right?
Right.
Carnage. Mm-hmm. So what I hope is Disney just makes them an offer they can't refuse. Venom, Carnage, they all come. Yeah. They all come over to Disney, and then, Sony just can have the cash.
Yeah.
But I just don't, I mean, I thought it seemed like it was a pretty good deal for both of them. And now we have this standoff, and I think it kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. And I mean, like you said earlier, there's not going to be a resolution to what happened.
Right.
With the, I mean, obviously they can still talk about, Quentin Beck and Mysterio and all the characters that Sony owns in the Spider-Man universe. But like Nick Fury was in that movie.
Yeah.
Maria Hill was in that movie. Happy was in that movie.
Right.
Like, are we just not gonna is it another Thanos snap? Like
pretty much. I guess
is it gonna be a blip or something?
Yeah, it's not gonna be the same. And then Tom Holland, where does he go? I mean, remind me, because
he's still staying. He's staying with
whoever makes the next movie.
Well, he's signed on for I think 2 more solo films.
Right.
So he's with Sony no matter what.
With Sony, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So whether or not they lease him out to Marvel, so we could get a Tom Holland and Tom Hardy Venom Spider-Man movie though. Mm-hmm. I want to see that. That doesn't sound like it would suck, but I don't know. Actually, I kind of wish they would just recast Spider-Man, as much as I love Tom Holland, because Tom Hardy is obviously older. So what do you think? Should they get a different Spider-Man if that's what they're going to do? If they're going to do Venom, they should go with Tom Holland?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so here's the other part. Sony, they're not really all that phased, because they're like, well, we're going to keep doing what makes us money. Into the Spider-Verse. That did great for Sony, and I loved what they did with that movie.
Yeah.
Right? So they've announced, and I don't know when, I don't know who's attached. I don't even know if it's going to be the same people who made that particular Into the Spider-Verse movie, but they're going to do Madam Web. So Madam Web. Tell me a little bit about that.
She basically is over the multiverse. I'm pretty sure if you watch the 90s cartoon show, she helped Spider-Man with tons of things, and she was basically the middleman of the web of I guess I don't want to say destiny. It's not web of destiny. It's the I don't know, but basically she was the gatekeeper of the different Spider-Man universes.
Got you. Well, I'm excited. I don't know much about Madam Web, but I loved Into the Spider-Verse so much that I think that they could probably do tons of super cool movies, and I'll probably dig every one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the cool thing about it is that the writer for Morbius is going to be doing Madam Web.
Right, which I'm still excited about Morbius.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited too.
Even with Jared Leto?
I mean, he can't mess up a vampire, can he?
You think that like he'd be perfect for a vampire movie?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
He should be a vampire, so. All right, well, we got some Batman movie news that I want to talk to you about.
Oh, yeah.
And when I heard this, I was like, man, this makes so much sense. Okay, so you got the Batman movie, Robert Pattinson, or is it Patterson? It's Pattinson, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I always do with names. I'm always like, I say it and then I question it in my head. I'm like, wait, no.
You were right.
So Pattinson, he's the Batman, obviously, and everybody has mixed feelings about that. I think he's going to be great. I think he's going to be good. I hope he's great, but I think he's going to be good. But they came out, and there's a couple of different names that have been thrown out, but this has been confirmed. Jeffrey Wright, who you've probably seen in Westworld or
Hunger Games.
Oh yeah, Hunger Games.
He was in the Shaft movie, the first Shaft movie with what's his face, Samuel L. Jackson.
Right. The first time I saw him was in what was that show on HBO? Boardwalk Empire.
Oh, okay.
And he was a villain. He was really good in that. But he's James Gordon.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that? Because and have you heard anybody? I mean, obviously we're taking a character who's been white and now he's African American. But like I think that Jeffrey Wright makes a lot of sense as James Gordon.
I could definitely see it.
Yeah, and have you heard anybody like whining about it because it's a change?
No, not yet, and I'm shocked that I haven't, which is
because it makes so much sense.
Yeah,
like he just looks like James Gordon. Like,
right.
You can see him as James Gordon.
But okay, so what I was thinking is that since this is a younger Batman, do you think Jeffrey Wright will be a person with vitiligo? Do you think he's going to get whiter for the white James Gordon?
No, I don't.
You sure?
Yes, I do. I do.
You don't think he's going to pull a Michael Jackson?
No,
I
don't.
I think they will.
No, I don't. I got a friend who has that.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He's actually trying some stuff too that like herbs and stuff.
I know JD has it.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I actually saw too that there was a guy. This is way off the subject. Maybe I'll have to find the link and put it up there. But he has it, and he like makes dolls that.
Yes, my wife posted a story about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And he makes for children who have that, and
that's really cool.
To help them feel good about it. So. But no, I don't think that's what's going to happen.
You think he's not going to pull Michael Jackson?
No.
But
it's kind of you know what? Remember back in 1989 Batman, who was Harvey Dent?
Oh,
it wasn't 89 Batman, was it? Or was it the next one?
Lawrence Fishburne, was it?
No. It was Lando.
Oh yeah, Billy D.
Was it the first movie and the second one, or just the second movie?
I think it was. But the animated series Batman.
Yeah.
Two-Face was black. That Harvey Dent was black.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You got to hear his voice and.
Oh yeah.
And just the way he looked.
Right.
He was tanner than some of the other animated white characters. But yeah.
Man, I think that this is a good move. Because I think that Jeffrey Wright, he kind of just has that Gordon kind of esque-ness to him, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
That I think he's great for this role.
I hope they let him keep the whole beard. I don't want to see him anything other than a beard.
Right. Well, there's been like one other one been thrown around. There we go, Jonah Hill.
Is that a recent picture?
Well, I don't think it is because I've seen some pictures of him where he's thinner.
Okay.
Actually, like 2 years ago, but he goes back and forth, and so I wasn't sure.
He's on that Oprah diet.
Maybe so. And here's the thing: like as soon as this came out, everybody's like, "Penguin, he's gonna be Penguin."
Yeah.
because they said it's a secret role so far. But he's kind of
Bane.
Yeah, I hope he isn't Penguin.
You hope he is or isn't?
Isn't.
Okay.
I have my own ideas of who I would like to see be Penguin, but I don't like to see Jonah Hill get typecast into something, and because he's a good actor.
What would you cast him as?
The Riddler.
I could see that.
Couldn't you?
Yeah, I could see that.
And especially like I said, and even if this isn't a current picture, or if it is, and he's gained weight again, but if the couple pictures I saw where he was thinner too, I think he could be the Riddler.
Yeah.
But even if he's a bigger Riddler, whatever. I don't.
What if
care.
he's the Joker?
I don't think he'll be the Joker. I just don't.
What if he's Two-Face?
Could he be the Joker? Yes, but
What if-
I think that would be weird, and I think that I wouldn't like to see that. Two-Face? Yeah,
See Two-Face?
I could see that. But I think he could be a really dope Riddler.
I could see that.
So
I could definitely see that now that you brought that up.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping to see. I did see somebody and ask him at a. Did you see this? It came out where they were like, "How do you feel about getting the fat boy roles or whatever?"
Uh-huh.
And he I think he got mad and got up and left the interview. And I was like, "You should."
Right.
Because he doesn't, he's an actor. I mean,
Yeah.
you've seen him in other stuff where, do you remember him in Wolf of Wall Street?
Yes.
He
Those
was so
teeth, man.
creepy, but
those teeth.
but yeah, I mean, and of course, seeing him when he was young and he was in Superbad and stuff,
Right.
I didn't really see it coming, but I think
Man, I gotta watch Superbad again. That
I think
movie
he's-
was golden.
I think he's dedicated himself to trying to be a real actor, and so I'd like to see
Everything that he's been in has been pretty good.
yeah,
Did you watch that show with him and Emma Stone?
a show.
Yeah, on Netflix. I forgot the name of it,
I don't think so.
but yeah, that was pretty good.
Emma Stone, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, I want to know what everybody thinks. I want to know what people think about Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. What do you think is going to happen with him?
I want to know what you think about Jeffrey Wright as Gordon, because I like it. I like it a lot. Jonah Hill
As Bane?
I don't, and like I'm sitting here saying, let's not typecast him, but I guess I'm also saying he can't be Bane.
Right.
So I guess he could be Bane, huh?
Yeah. Or Killer Croc?
Killer Croc, that'd be a good one.
King Shark?
I do not want to see King Shark, and I don't think we'll see anything that fantastical in this Batman movie.
No.
I think it'll be more
Or do you think
real,
he might be one of
like realistic.
the
Clayface, though, is what
Or
people are
Clayface,
saying. Some people are saying Clayface, and that would be really good.
I would like to see him as Clay. But you know what? Once you said Riddler, I'm with Riddler.
Yeah, I think
I
it
think
would be
that'd be
cool. Yeah. So, I think Jesse Eisenberg.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would have been a better Riddler than he was as Lex Luthor.
Oh, 1,000 times better.
Yeah, totally. Let's before we get out of here, because we're pretty much done with our nerd update. But I do want to mention a couple of things. I've been watching a bunch of TV lately, like at night. And did you ever watch The Typewriter?
No, I keep forgetting.
Cameo.
You know what?
I'm just gonna quit asking you.
I'm gonna go to Netflix right now.
Let's see. What else have I been watching? I watched John Wick the other day again. That movie's awesome. Have you seen it yet?
I still have not seen that movie yet.
Oh, Cameo, so good. And you know what's coming up on Netflix though?
What?
The sequel to Breaking Bad, the movie with Jesse Pinkman.
There's a sequel?
Yeah, it's
didn't
called
know.
El Camino. It comes out like October, I think the second week of October.
Did not know that.
Yeah, that one I can't wait. What about TV shows? Like, are there any coming up that you're? Because The Flash, has it started already? Or
No, it's coming back in 2 weeks, I think.
Arrow
Coming back in like 2 or 3 weeks.
final season, right?
Yep.
Supergirl.
Coming back in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah.
I just
Infinite
can't.
Crisis.
I don't want to watch any
or
of those.
Crisis
shows.
on Infinite Earths.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that.
I turned my HBO back on. You know why?
Why?
Watchmen. It's coming back soon.
Next month, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But okay, yeah, I got Typewriter in my queue. So
You gotta watch it. Like I said, just the first till the titles come on, because it's supposed to be like the Stranger Things of, I think, India or wherever.
okay.
Yeah. So,
But you know what I've been watching?
what?
It's so old. but they just have a movie that came out this week for it.
What?
Downton Abbey.
Oh yeah,
Downton Abbey is pretty kosher, dude.
people love that.
Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I love it.
Nice.
Like, there's so much pettiness
Yeah.
in the British community in this show,
Right.
and I love it.
Nice.
I love pettiness. Call me Pettio.
Petty. Okay. Do you remember a cartoon? I think it was a cartoon, or do you remember the Banana Splits?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there's this movie. Have you seen it called The Banana Splits?
No.
It just came out, and it's like this old Hanna-Barbera characters.
Uh-huh.
But okay, so obviously, do you remember Showbiz when we were little? Yeah. So it's like these kinds of robotic, like band, animals people, but they're robots, and so they get programmed to go bad, basically. And and so like all these families show up for live tapings, and they turn on everybody. And so it's a horror movie, and it's amazing. I loved it. It's like those old like comedy type horror movies.
It's about this?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember that. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
The Banana Splits. But remember did you ever see Attack of Killer Clowns or
I've never seen.
No, is it Killer Clowns from Space and Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Like those are two different movies.
The Attack of Killer Tomatoes, yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of like one of those movies. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's ridiculous, but it is like spooky, I guess, or something.
Oh, okay.
Horror movies are hard for me to like. I don't get freaked out by them at all. And this one, I don't think you would either. I think you would enjoy it, but it is supposed to be like a horror movie.
Okay.
So yeah, I had to mention that one because I watched it the other day and it was great. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, it was on, I think, on Amazon. So people should rent it, check it out. And I watched Brightburn.
Finally.
I loved it.
So did you see the basically the Dark Justice League? Or not Dark Justice League, but the bad
Superman.
Justice League?
Yeah. Man, so I thought this one was directed by James Gunn. I guess he just produced it.
Yeah.
Did you ever see, I believe it was one of James Gunn's earliest movies, Slither?
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot like that movie.
Yeah.
In ways, because it was more of a horror movie, but not a horror movie. But man, I loved Brightburn, and I loved. So back then, when Slither came out, and it had Michael Rooker in it. Remember?
Yeah.
And
it did.
And she was in Brightburn. She was the mom.
Oh my gosh, Elizabeth Banks.
Yeah, Elizabeth Banks. She was in that. And I loved that movie because it had enough horror in it to make it a good movie, but enough like kind of comedic value in it that it was just James Gunn. I mean, that's his style. And back then I didn't realize how great James Gunn was, how awesome he is. But now looking back, he's one of my favorites. And I'll watch anything that he directs, writes, produces, whatever.
Well, get ready because
Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
It's coming out. And then obviously the oh my gosh. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Oh yeah. Can't wait.
2022.
Yep. So I think hey, next show we'll talk a little bit more about some of the TV shows coming up for the fall and kind of break down what people should be watching. It's just hard for me because I don't want to watch Arrow again. But I feel like it's the final season.
Yeah, it's the final season.
Yeah. So.
And the first season was the best, and they are talking about it. It's the final season, but we got to start at the beginning.
Hey, I'll shout out the store that I bought my comics from. It's here in Dell City. And I've been in there. I had gone in there a few times before when I worked over at the broadcasting school because it was right next door.
Oh, okay.
So it's over there off of 29th Street in between like Sooner and Sunny Lane. It's New World Games and Comics.
Oh, okay.
So like the one up on 63rd is called New World Comics.
Yeah.
But this one's New World Games and Comics. And if you go in there Fridays, Saturdays, there's all kinds of games that they play up there. And I don't know if it's D&D or the different games that they all play.
Oh,
I'm sure there's a bunch of them. But he also mentioned like Game of Thrones Like they play it. There's like a Game of Thrones, like with these mini characters or something. He was
that's
telling
cool.
me about. And so yeah, so if you're into the games and stuff like that, go up there on the weekends, and I'm sure you'll find a way to plug into all that. You know, 'cause
Yeah.
I don't know much about it, but every time I see them up there, it is packed. So like Fridays, Saturdays are their big days for all that. So you should check them out. New World Games and Comics. Yeah. So that's where I picked up these, because like I say, they're like, you know, right around the corner from me. And what stinks is like you've got New World up on your side of town. You've got isn't the Speeding Bullet over on your side?
No, that's in Norman.
That's in Norman. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you have some over on your side of town?
Yep, I have one that's right down the street called All Star Comics.
All Star Comics.
Yeah.
See, and then of course there's DZ Comics down in Moore.
Yeah.
Atomic.
Yeah.
Is that one in Moore too?
I couldn't tell you.
That one, I'd like to go see. I'd like to go check them out too. And then there's a few of them up in Tulsa I've been needing to go by, but man, yeah, we don't have that many here in Midwest City, which sucks.
Yeah.
But that's I have to go over to Dell City and hit them up. Yeah. So unless you know of some other hidden gems you want us to go check out, or
let us know.
Yeah, because we've been kind of talking about like, hey, it'd be fun to go just visit all the comic book shops just to see what they're all about and get some video or whatnot. That'd be awesome.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Well,
So
man,
do it.
I think that's about it for us tonight.
All right.
It finally got it going.
Yeah.
We tried starting and stopping the show a few times.
Yeah.
And so
I'm pretty sure we probably would have been done about an hour ago.
yeah. Is your wife calling? Like, where are you?
No, she don't love me.
She. Well, you know what? I'm just really grateful for everybody who tunes in.
Yes.
Who listens on the podcast, who watches on Facebook or YouTube. So
yeah, we don't say that enough, but we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Please help us out by sharing and liking and
subscribing
and just doing what y'all do, because y'all commenting on the show just really makes my day.
You know, the cool thing is,
interaction.
you know, when we first started, there was like no interaction with anybody.
Right. Well, we didn't even go live back then.
Right. But when we did go live, there, you know, there's a couple comments here and there.
Yeah.
But, you know, like we love the interaction.
Yeah, totally. So that's what makes it a lot of fun, because, you know, we could sit here and talk to each other all day.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want other friends. No, I just like the community aspect of all of this. So I appreciate everybody, and we'll need to come up with some kind of event, like remember Nerd Bingo?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to do something like that again, so we can get out amongst everybody.
Sounds good to me.
Hang out. Yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, that's it. We'll be back next week. Until then, Cameo.
Always keep